I wonder also.
So now, let me ask you this. Put it here in the chat box. What is stopping you from having consistent quality leads right now? What is stopping you?
Great.
We need to know. We need to know so we can make the changes and improve, right? Would you agree, Greg?
Yes, 100%.
So put it here, because in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you my proven strategy to generate leads. I'm going to help you the skill that you need to work on right now and with the mindset. And can you tell I'm going to give you some energy?
Yes. And hey, everybody, speaking of super excited, we are live on LabCoatAgents webinar, another incredible topic. And more importantly, another incredible professional. For everybody who's tuning into here, we cannot wait to dive deep into this category. And I'm super excited to introduce Vanda Martin. Now, Vanda is truly one of the best and brightest minds in the real estate space, and particularly diving deep into coaching and training some of the best and brightest to elevate and accelerate their business to the highest of levels. And Vanda has an incredible story, and we want to jump into that. But before we do, I do want to just housekeeping. This topic for today is how to keep your pipeline full and consistently generate quality leads. So if you are interested in this, you're in the right place, and Vanda is incredible with this. I am one of your favorite, and when I say favorite, one of your moderators that are out there, and I get so much love and comments through LSA, so thank you so much. I am Greg Fowler. I am the host of Real Estate Titans podcast and the founder of Linebolt Media. But enough about me. Today, it is all about Vanda and the message. So Vanda, thank you so much for taking the time. It's an honor and a pleasure. We cannot thank you enough for being on the show today.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Greg. What a pleasure being here with you, with such an amazing group and top professionals. So thank you. I'm super excited to be here.
Oh, this is great. And so I really want to start this, Vanda, just for anyone who doesn't know your story and your knowledge base and just your overall power that's in your mind that you put to practice every single day. I would love for you to just share your story, just kind of what got you involved in the business and your progression through your career today before we dive deep into the topic. I would love that if that's okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'd be happy to share. I actually believe it can be very inspirational. Very inspirational. So because I'm one of those coaches that I'm not a book coach. I've done it. I went to the process, I was there in the trenches. So let me share this with you guys. I went full-time in real estate in 1999. I was living in the Central Valley at the time. My husband at the time got a job in the Central Valley, and we were living there. I had 2 kids under 6 years old and a mother that lived with me. And I love real estate. I always wanted to go in real estate. So I told myself, it's time. So 1999, I went full-time. And just like many of you guys, out of energy, passion, enthusiasm, and a lot of ambition, a lot of hunger, I actually didn't do so bad my first year. I sold 32 homes my first year, and I sold 62 homes my second year. Not bad, right? But you know what? You know what, Greg? I was miserable. I was miserable because you see, Greg, I was working 24/7. I was just pushing, can you guys relate to that?
Yeah, sure.
Can you guys relate to that? So I was going like 3 months without a day off. I was just going. And then I started feeling anxious and feeling bad, guilty because I was not spending time with my family. And then I realized, wait a minute. You see, I'm a former basketball player. Hard to believe, right? I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3". So I realized, Greg, oh my God, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to make the money and be miserable. That's failure. Would you agree? That's failure. I want to have the money and I have the time and the quality and the riches, just like some of you guys want. All of you guys want to have that. And I realized I need a coach. I need a coach. I need someone to show me what to do, what not to do, how save time, how be efficient. And then bam, in 2001, I hired my first coach. Now, I was fortunate because, there's all different coaches out there. I was fortunate that I had a good one. And then I realized I was selling out of energy, ambition, and some charisma, but I didn't have systems. I didn't have structure. I didn't have processes in place, Greg. So immediately, everything I learned from my coach, I made it better. I made it better. I tweaked it. I made it better. So I put systems in place, structure in place, and improved my skills. Oh my gosh, my friend. I made my first $1 million. Remember now, I'm in the Central Valley selling homes. I was selling homes from south of Sacramento all the way to Modesto. That was my first market before I went to the Silicon Valley. So I made my first $1 million, then 1.2, 1.4, 1.5. But here comes the beauty. Sunday off. Wow. Saturday by appointments. And I decided, because I was running around like crazy, because I was working mostly with buyers. And I needed to take charge of my life. So I made a decision to be a listing machine. And I said, Coach, teach me, show me how to get listing, show me how to build a business that I'm in control, that I am making the decision. So not only I made the big money, but I built this team, everyone. And I wanted you to believe that it can be done. I built this team. I became the #1 agent in the city. My team, with great structure, great synergy, and beautiful culture, we became the #1 team in the county out of 12 cities. I became top 100 in California for Coldwell Banker. I say this with pride. Yeah. Right. But the beauty of it is the life, right? Bought a home in Lake Tahoe. I used to go to Lake Tahoe 1 weekend off a month. And with the process, Greg, guess what? With the process, I fell in love with coaching. I built this team and I created out this beautiful, amazing agent. And I told myself, one of those days, soon I'm going to become a professional coach and help others. I don't want people to go over the pain and the suffering that I went. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. There was a lot of grinding, a lot of struggle. I always say, Greg, hey, the hassle comes with the process. But if we are grinding and suffering, we're not doing the right way. Powerful. You know? Yeah. We're not doing the right way. We don't have all the right mindset, or maybe the structure, the systems. So anyways, my point is I fell in love with coaching. So in 2010, I became a top coach for a different company. Then I worked for another company. I did really well, made tons of millionaires. I specialize, and I tell you this because I'm happy to say, I specialize in massive growth. So if you want to build a business like a lot of my clients, I have many stories I can tell you. I took an agent from $1 million in gross commission in 1 year to 2.2 million in 1 year gross commission. I took another agent from 800,000 gross commission in several years, 3 years, to last year she did 3.2 million gross commission. She's the #1 agent for Compass in the Bay Area. So I love people that also people brand new. I have clients right now that are brand new in the business and they are growing. So, and I see one of them right here. Hello, Jonathan, having the best month ever. So this is what I do. So I love what I do. I love transforming lives. So it's really, really nice to be able to share and help see people grow. So Greg, thank you for the question.
No, you know, when you talk about this, I can feel your passion and your heart. And again, just the process that you went through in your career to get to where you are today. And obviously you're learning every day and you're growing every day and you're helping so many people and changing lives. And there's people can feel it. If you can't hear it, turn up the volume. The emotion is there, the passion is there. And again, what I love about you is not just the passion and the stick-to-itiveness and consistency and doing it in a big way, but to that point, you eat, sleep, and breathe. You've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. And no disrespect or offense to anybody else that's out there, but there are a lot of different trainers and coaches and a lot of not so true practitioners. They're more theoretical and not so much real world experience that are out there every day. And I love that about you. And I know that your students and everyone that you involve yourself with is growing because of that. And I wanted everybody to hear it directly because this topic is massive. And again, I'll go through it. How do you keep, how to keep your pipeline full and then consistently generate quality leads? Now, that's a massive impact into any real estate professional's business is for the consistency of building your sphere and building your pipeline and always generating revenue to keep that momentum moving. So I can't wait for you to dive into this. This is awesome. And just before you do, I want everybody to know out there that myself and Jake will be monitoring questions. So if you got questions, shout them out. We'll try to get them all answered. If not, again, I cannot encourage you enough to reach out directly and just connect and ask any questions that you want after the fact. And we've got links below and everything that way. So
Awesome.
let's dive into this. I cannot wait.
Let's dive in. Thank you. And again, listen, first of all, I'm not selling anything. Okay. I'm not going to sell you guys anything. Yeah. Now I do have a request because I want to make sure I know what you guys learning and how well I'm doing. So at the end of this conversation here, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to share here in the chat box, a quick 3-question, 10-second survey. So please do me a favor. Do it because that's how I know how I'm doing and what you learn and how can we improve. So it's 10-second, 3 questions, and you can do it for me. Agree?
Oh, awesome. Yes. Vanda, you're the best. You're the best.
Thank you. So now let me ask you this. The market changed, right? The market changed. The same energy, the same skills that you have selling in 2021 is not going to work right now, right? You got to be better. And the topic of today is really helping you to generate the consistent leads and quality leads so you can earn that. So let me ask you this. On a scale 1 to 10, how many of you guys now have consistent quality leads? 10, like you have more leads that you can handle. You are kicking ass. There's leads come from everywhere, from all your lead sources, and you just very busy. 1, you don't have a lot of leads. You suffering, maybe is you're not generating, you don't have a system, nothing's happening. So where are you? Let me see here.
Anthony said 5, I think.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthony said 5. So you guys going to be putting here. Kim said 2.
Yep.
Jorge said 5. So now I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for participating, because we want to make sure we participate. We have Greg here to help me with the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to let you know that that's why we're here. I know for sure that if you do some of the things I'm going to tell you today, you can take yourself to a 9, even to a 10, because I've done it. I teach people doing, my top producers doing, and you're going to be able to do that. Sounds good? Look at that. Martha said consistent leads via expires. Oh my God. So Martha just actually got 2 expired listings signed, 1 yesterday, 1 last week. Thank you for being here, Super Martha. I have the pleasure of helping this lady. So now, so let me ask you this. Put it here in the chat box. What is stopping you from having consistent quality leads right now? What is stopping you?
Great
question. We need to know so we can make the changes and improve, right? Would you agree, Greg?
Yes, 100%.
So put it here, because in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you my proven strategy to generate leads. I'm going to help you the skill that you need to work on right now and with the mindset. And can you tell I'm going to give you some energy?
Yes.
Right? But I want to make sure, say, Bree said she's a brand new agent. Oh, you're in the right place, my darling. You're in the right place. Sean said still working full-time in education. So we have people doing this part-time, right, Greg?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I understand.
Lack of skill, knowledge, consistency, systems, closing leads.
Wow, exactly, right? So that's what we're going to do right now. Let me give right now, and I want to go dive to it.
Do it.
The number one thing that you guys don't have to consistently generate leads, I believe, is a lack of systems that will bring you the leads consistently. Would you agree? So today, I'm going to share you my proven database system. Why database? Because database, everyone, I want you to remember this. Database is the easiest way for you to get appointments, to get business. And that's where you want to spend your time. So lead sources, there's many lead sources. We're going to talk about that. But your database is how you going to get business, because they already know you. They already like you. Some of them even trust you.
Well said.
Right?
Well
said. So
So
it's important. I don't care if you have 15 or 1,500 in your database. They are thinking about buying or selling in your future, or they might know someone who might be. So it's very important. So let's go right to the point. These 5 steps made me millions, Greg. And if you implement that, I promise you, you're just going to get that. So step number one that I'm going to go over here with you is maximize and optimize your database. Okay. So if you're taking notes, feel free to take notes, keep your energy up.
I am.
Awesome. Maximize and optimize your database. So let me ask you this. How many of you guys have a system to optimize your database?
Great question.
Yeah. Anyone have one? Because if you don't have one, you are winging it. Would you agree, Greg? If you don't have a system for everything, and by the way, let me clarify this. There's a lot of talking about systems and people get the buzzword system. A system is nothing more than a clear checklist how to do something. A clear is nothing more than a clear checklist to do something. So don't worry about it. So just do the checklist. So
love it. Let
me see here. Okay, yes to the database. Awesome. Right? So that's the system here. I'm going to give it to you fire to the point. Number one call per quarter. One call per quarter. That means, darlings, it's 2 minutes to 10 minutes conversation to someone in the database once every 3 months. Are they worth it? They are worth it. Again, they have a lot of business. That's the number one lead sources my top producers, Greg, is putting the time, money, and energy right now, the database. It will create a lot of business. So number one call per quarter. And you don't have to ask for business. A lot of people, a lot of agents get nervous about calling the database because, they're going to think I'm asking for business. They're going to think I'm salesy. Who can relate to that? Right? No, you don't ask for business. Just give value. Just give value. And the law of reciprocity will take care of you.
Well said.
Darlings, if you give value to database, give attention, provide insights on a regular basis, they will give you business back. There is an instinct, ingrained instinct in our nervous system that when someone help you and give you something good, you want to give it back. Isn't it true?
Yep, 100%.
So again, you're going to call once per quarter and you're just going to go, let me give you the script. You're going to go like this, ring, ring, and they're going to answer and you're going to go, hi, is this Greg? Greg,
yeah.
Yeah. And say, hey, Greg, and then hear the script. You're going to say, hi, Greg, this is Vanda here. Vanda with the Coldwell Bank. I've got a minute.
Oh, and for you, Vanda, absolutely. What's going on?
So, Greg, I'm calling for two reasons. Number one, to see how you're doing, to check in. How's everything? And then you talk a little bit.
Yep.
Talk, repeat, acknowledge, stay in rapport. How is everything? Great. Second reason is, I want to give you a quick update about the market because everything that's going on, people have a lot of concerns and wondering and questions. So is that okay if I give you a quick update about the market?
Absolutely.
And then you give them just a quick update and tell them the market is still a great market. It transitioned from a hot seller market to a neutral market, normal market, but still good market. People still buying, selling. And then you can, if you want to really be strategic, you can say, hey, if you are a seller, this is what's going on. And you can go deep a little bit. If you are a seller, if you are a buyer, this is what's going on. And then again, one nugget of it each. Don't talk too long. They don't have time. And you told them it was a quick call. Just, and then you say, great, does this make sense? Engage them. Does it make sense? And then you say, any concern you have? No? And if they say, great, thank you for your time. I'll just call it to say hello. I'll stay in touch. Goodbye. You see, go do this. You don't have to ask for business. Just talk to your people. Just give them some love. Okay, so that's number one. I just gave you a script that made me millions. I call my database once a quarter, and I was having 2-3 come list me per week. Would you like to have that? Okay, so step number two is 4 emails per month, one a week. One a week. And I will take the choices away because sometimes if I give you guys choices, you guys get confused and don't do anything. Step number 2, every Thursday. Why, Coach V? Because Thursday, the study shows is a great day to receive emails. Every Thursday, you send them an email. And, we can talk about that. It can be a video coming soon listing. It can be another nice email, the hot listing of the month. It can be one of newsletter. And of course, the one that you got to do, everyone, let me give you some money. Let me give you some gold.
Yeah.
If you're not doing a video, how is the market to your database? You are missing a lot of business and you're doing a disservice to your people. And guess what? Your competition is taking the business. Your competition take the business. So one of the email, the last email of the month, give them a how is the market video, giving them an update on the market. It's a 2 minutes video. Can you agree to do that? Greg, they got to do this, Greg.
This is huge. These are nuggets. These are huge.
Yeah. Well, but this is making me money and my top producers are doing, okay? So 4 emails per month, 1 a week. Number 3, 6 to 8 mailers per year. 6 to 8 mailers per year. Some of you guys do that, your happy holidays, January, a proof of success postcard. So again, 6 to 8 mailers per year. Do your mailers. Now, your database, let me clarify something for you. Your database consists of your past client, sphere of influence, and your vendors. Your database going to your CIM. Your CIM, I hope you have one, right? There's great ones out there like Follow Up Boss. Your CIM has everybody. So if you have a CIM with 5,000 people, yeah, if you send a mailer to everyone, it gets very expensive. Would you agree?
Sure.
So your database is past clients, sphere of influence, and vendors. Maybe your database is only 700. So you send a mail to the 700, not to the whole 5,000. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
But you gotta have that. So again, we are covering right now, everyone, if you just jump in here, we are covering my proven database system that made us million. Now, right? Step number 3 is the mailing. Step number 4, oh my gosh, it's so important. You got to network the database. You got to network the database. Coffee meeting. You should be having 1-2 coffee meetings per week with people that can give you business, people who promote you, people that love you. Girls not out, guys not out, go a little fishing, book club, network them, take them out for coffee, happy hour, dinner, lunch. Okay. Now, number five is a must. That one, just that step from my database system made my business grow immensely. Have at least 2 events per year. How many of you guys here have parties per year for your database? Let's see here with the show, with a comment here, Greg. How many of you guys are having events, appreciation events with your team? I mean, excuse me, with your database.
Anybody, we want to see this because this is huge.
Huge. That's magical. I have a client who does amazing. So Greg, you know what he was doing? He was throwing 4 little events per year, one every quarter. And he invited 40 people and he brought like a financial advisor, maybe a tax person, maybe someone how to get a house organized and get ready. Just in one quarter in June, he got 12 referrals.
Wow. That's massive. And I know that's again, we're going to dive deep into these because this is massive. Kim said that she had one this year. Kim, did it go well? What did you do? If you wouldn't mind sharing, that'd be great dialogue.
Yeah. Good for you, Kim.
Yeah. So Vanda, what do you see in the events category? Because there's so many different options and opportunities and sizes. And I mean, if you were on this call right now and you were either starting your business out or you were 3 to 5 years in, or even if you were a seasoned pro, what types of events would you recommend doing?
Great question. Great question, because it also depends on your level of budget, right? Your level of budget, energy, and even understanding. So look, if you don't have a lot of money, do what I did, guys and girls, superstars. When I started, I had no money. Everything I did was sweat equity. I was door knocking, doing open house, dropping flyers. So my events in the beginning, it was potlucks. So you can do a block party on your farm, on your area that you live. You can do a potluck on the park. So you don't have to have a lot of money. Now I have clients right now throwing big parties and bringing the taco truck, So again, it's a reason for you to connect. It's a reason for you to call people. And even if they don't show up, if you invite 300 people, 75 showed up, guess what? You talk to 300 people. They thought of you and they know you invite, you wanted them around you. So you can do a potluck in the park and ask some of your vendors to bring some food as well. You can do something special in a movie theater. It depends on your budget and it depends on your, what you want. I have a client right now throwing a party to 175 people in her backyard.
Wow.
I mean, how great is that? So it can be, I have done on my backyard, on my golf course. I have done in a beautiful restaurant. I got a nice room, wine and crackers. I have done in my house. I did minimum 2 per year. So there's many things you can do. Client appreciation. Yeah, have vendors supply food. I love that. Good for you, Kim. Do more, Kim, do more.
Yeah. And I think Anthony doing a fishing trip and it ended up turning into 50K in commission.
Yeah.
And I really love there's so many different levels. And again, you know, to Vanda's point, find where you are in your career and do what you can, but always progress to that next spot. And, you know, I have buddies all over the world that are always practicing this one aspect. It's game changing to do it to whatever level, but and I want to get your take on this too, Vanda, because I thought that this was really great. One of my buddies, they look at their database, as you mentioned, but then what they do is they break down their database to the highest percentage of referral partners. So like the top referral partners that are always harping their name, their biggest fans, they're really generating closed transactions just by saying, hey, you need to talk to so-and-so. And what they do for that top tier, I think it's maybe 10 people is what they narrowed it down to. Is that they hire a private chef, they have a special dinner, and they treat those 10 individuals just a little bit different. So what are your thoughts on different types of events?
I love it. I love it. First of all, by the way, those are steps, those 5 steps are minimum. And then you add to it. I have clients that do the pop buys. And then look, I was the queen of my database, and then I declared and I worked on. So I knew everybody. You got to know your people like Greg is talking about. So you have, look, let me tell you here, because this is gold.
Yeah.
Look, you have your A clients, and everyone who has done business with you, bought or sold with you, or give a referral. Those are A clients. Okay. Bought or sold with you or give a referral. B client, they know you, they like you, maybe even love you, but they haven't given you business yet. The B client. C client on your CRM, you're like, who are these people, right? You don't know yet. So the idea is to move the C to B, B to A. But now here there's the A plus. That's what Greg's talking about.
Ooh, yeah.
The A plus are the platinum, baby.
Yeah,
the platinum are the one who gives you 4 or 5 refers per year. The platinum is buy a lot of homes with you, invest a lot of you. Those that don't have coffee with you on Socorro, those have dinner with you. Those don't get 1 bottle of wine for holidays. Those get a big basket or maybe even 2 days in Cabo. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you gotta know who's your platinum, A plus, who's your A, who's your B, who you C, and then you treat them amazingly well. And you're gonna have what I have, what some of my clients have, 2, 3 come list me per week.
Wow.
Because they love you. You give them insights, you give them information, and you help them. Makes sense? Yeah. Isn't it amazing? So you gotta be the queen and the king of the database, because those people will give you referral, and you gotta keep growing that. So now, did I answer your question, Super Greg?
Yes, that was above and beyond, and I love the platinum status. I think that's platinum, baby. That's incredible. That's the way to do it.
You gotta know them so well. By the way, I have another client who have a reward program. You can do that. Reward program would make you a lot of money. I have 2 on my company, in my business. Number 2, let's go to number 2 that I want to talk about. What's critical for your business right now in this market, any market? You have to have multiple lead sources. You're gonna have really critical for you to have is multiple lead sources. I like to call listing and bias trees. You call. So how many of you guys have several lead sources? Okay, remember, marketing is not a lead source. Marketing is an action that you do for everything. Marketing is you. Lead source is a source for lead. Here's my database of CIM. Here's my farm. Here's my open house. Here's my social media. Here's my online lead or expires that some of my clients are starting to queue now, doing really well because the market has changed. There's more expires. I love it. So again, there's tons of lead sources out there. Farm, you can do probate, you can do non-occupied, you can do divorce attorneys, right? So you can decide what you want to do. I'm not going to decide your model. You decide your model, but once you have your top 5 or 7 lead sources, I have the system for all of them. I teach the system so you don't have to think, you don't have to wing it. Here's what you do for your database, bam, 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 bam. This is what you do for your farm, bam, 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 bam. This is what you do for online lead. So let me give you an example. They're all great, but you gotta have the skills and the structure and the system.
Love that.
Greg, how many times you hear people say, oh, I hate online leads. They don't work all the time, right?
All the time.
Listen, everyone, it's not the lead source. If you're not getting results that you want, if you're not setting appointments, by the way, write this down, appointment is the name of the game. Appointment is the name of the game. Is that when you do your presentation? That's when you do your conversion. But if you're not setting appointments regularly, it's because you're not lead generating or getting the systems to have the quality leads for you. So we already talked, one of the best high level quality is your database. Now you got to have the lead sources to generate more leads consistently. That's what we're talking about today, right? Yep. So it's all based on skills, conversions based on skills. I have a client right now. He's top 1% on online leads. He sells several homes per month, but just from online lead, he does Zillow, and now he just started Ylopo. I love Ylopo, by the way. A lot of my clients doing really well with Ylopo. Sure. He sells 2 a month just from those, just from online leads, just from one lead source. So how many lead sources you guys have here? Oh yeah, Leslie's here. She also understands. I have D too, delete for database.
D clients equals delete.
Remember, I talk about ABC. D is the ones that you're never going to talk to. Delete them because they're going to stop you from calling everybody. But anyways, so my point is skills is what helps you to convert the lead source. So how many lead sources you guys have? Yeah. I would say here, you got to have the lead sources. You got to have the listing trees. You know how I like to explain, Greg? Yeah. It's like you have, for example, 5 trees. Your database, CIM, your farm, your open house, online lead, social media, right? Whatever you want, expires. And then you shake them up every day. You shake them up every day.
I love it.
When the fruits are ready, they'll fall. Because someone are ready to do business today. Some are ready to do business 5 months from now or a year from now. But you go over those lead sources, right?
Oh, I love it.
Because then, you know, you have to have, I would say the recipe, Greg, for lead source is 5 to 7. If you only have 3 right now, it's okay. Maybe you just started. Maybe you just work in your database, open house, and social media. But the idea is to have 5 to 7. Can I tell you why?
Yes, please.
Because you want to have stabilization. See, diversification is the key to stabilization. Diversification is a key for the stabilization. You see, during COVID, one of the clients that came to me, she was suffering because her business was only open house and door knock. And guess what happened during COVID?
Shut down.
Gone. Gone. So overnight, she had no business. So you want to have diversification. So put it here, decide what you're going to be, your listing trees, your lead sources, and then systematize, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it. So don't overthink and just make sure you do it. I gave you the database already, 1 call per quarter, right? 4 emails a month, right? I told you what to do, the mailers, and then the happy hours, and then the events. Now, this is what you do for your farm. This is what you do on social media. This is what you do online leads. Online leads. How many of you guys use LP Mama for online leads?
Anybody?
Anybody? Right? Is the script? Yeah, Jake said, put your questions here. We're going to have questions. Bring it on. I'm ready. But I want to make sure, you know how to do this. Sounds good.
And I love this, and I want to jump into your analogy of the trees. And I had a conversation this morning on a similar topic of just online leads in general, or lead sources. And it's one of my favorite adages. You don't partake of the fruit the same day you plant the seed.
That's true, right?
You plant the seed, you water it, and proper sunlight and soil, and eventually with the work comes the tree and then the fruit if you're putting in the work. So I love the fact that you're mentioning all of these processes as being to trees. And just like any relationship, just like any good source, it needs tending. It needs attention. And where we focus, that's really where the light goes. And I think that being very intentional, as you're saying, Vanda, is beautiful, because you know just as well as I do, there's so many real estate professionals out there, and there's so many different things that we could be doing. But unfortunately, that busy work isn't necessarily increasing in production, right? And everything that you stated is revenue generating processes. And I love that. So I had to throw that in there. I think what you're saying is,
I love it. I love what you said. So, but now I'm here to help you to generate consistent quality leads. So we talk about, the database, and you said now we have the listing trees. And it's so true, Greg. People get overwhelmed. Agents get overwhelmed because they want to do everything at the same time.
Right.
Everything at the same time. And then also there are many of them, unfortunately, and I'll say it, I'm no BS coach.
Yep.
Many of them are dabbling. They start saying, oh my God, shiny penny. Oh my God, shiny penny. Listen, you got to focus. This market is skills-based market.
So true.
And you have to have the skills. One of the skills is focus and consistency. And you got to work on one thing at a time. So if you don't have a system for your database, that's the first one. Finish the database first before you go look for some more money or gold someplace else. This is your gold mine, your database. Great. What is the next one you're going to work? Now you implement my system or your system on your database. Now you do the farm. Now you do the online lead, right? Online lead, for example, the script, I'll tell you, the script is helping mama. The mindset is I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. Some people are ready. Some people are not. I'll tell you right away, 50% of your people online leads, they're never going to do anything. Write this down. 50%, they're not going to do anything. They're opportunists. They just maybe looking, they're just checking in. They're never going to do anything. 42%, they are going to do business with you if you follow up, and we're going to go to that, 14 to 16 months from now, 42%. So only 7.8 to 8% are ready to do business today.
Right.
So you are looking for the 8%. So you got to make sure that you have the structure and you follow up. And I'll tell you right now, if you're working online leads, like some of my clients are killing it, you go, I call them, you go crazy with them. The first 3 days, you text, email, and call. Text, email, and call, and do all the modalities. Do all the modalities. Are you guys with me? Give me some love here. I can't see everybody, but give me some love that you're with me. So the system that works is 7 reach in the first 3 days. And I want you to know that the point of conversion usually happen from the 6 to the 12 time of contact. 6 to 12 time contact. So that means the first 3 days, you do 7. By the way, the owner of the president of Zillow told me this personally. So they did a study. It shows people that are winning on online lead, they do this. They approach and they reach the lead 7 times the first 3 days. After that, they do up to 12 times. So here's the recipe. You guys ready? Here's the recipe. Call, text, email them the first 3 days up to 7 times. Then after that, 1 time a day up to 12 times total. Now it goes to your drip campaign. Now you're going for the appointment and use LP Mama script and you're going for the appointment because the appointment is the name of the game. Have confidence, have certainty, the person with a high amount of certainty wins, and don't do your follow-up. And that goes to the next one. I put here, consistently nurture the leads. Fanatical follow-up. Consistently nurture the leads. That's step number 3, right? Number 1, I give to you my proven system database that made me million. Number 2, we talk about the lead sources, your 5, 6, 7 listing trees. You're going to decide your listing trees today, and you're going to systematize. So you're not winging it. This is not a hobby. This is a business. Sounds like I'm preaching, huh?
I love it. Preach. This is great.
And number 3, for you to crush, really kill it in this market, any market, is consistently follow up. Write this down, my beautiful people. Write this down. Fanatical follow-up. Fanatical follow-up. How many of you guys like follow-up?
I love it. I know not everybody does, but
and that's my next question. How many of you guys love follow-up?
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta tell you this. If you guys not following up with your leads, don't even buy leads. If you guys not even follow up with your leads, don't even call your database or anything, because they're gonna call you back and you gotta follow up. You know, in the morning, if you make it sacred, in the morning you have money time. I call money time, freedom time. A lot of my clients are here. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Leslie. Good to see you. I see Jonathan Martin's here as well. I'm telling you, follow up is money time. You have 9 o'clock to 10:30, then you do your follow up. And then you're going to talk to those people that you're not talking to.
Yeah.
Does this make sense, Greg?
It does. And so many of what you're saying, Vanda, is hitting so hard. I mean, the old adage of fortunes in the follow-up is so true, but I love your fanatical follow-up. That to me is game changing. And so many people know that this is a necessity and a lifeblood, to just really have those touch points and be present and be intentional with your time. But it's not comfortable for everyone, or they make excuses, or they find other shiny objects or different activities that they could kind of fit in front of it. And again, I love the tough love, what you're mentioning, but it's true. Get down to the highest and best uses of your time. And then if you have time for the medial or remedial items, do that. But I mean, this is a must. And I love what you were mentioning about excuses. And it's that old adage, you can either have results or excuses, but you can't have both.
Isn't it true?
And decide what you want to do. I mean, Vanda, you've dropped so much knowledge. This is like a master course, a master class right here in this LCA webinar. I know everyone's freaking out right now. So this is great. I definitely don't want to interrupt. So keep going.
I love it. I love it. And I see here, Les said, we often feel follow-up is pushy, fake, trying to make a sale. I love that. Darling, follow-up is checking in. Ring, ring. Hey, Greg, let's role play.
Yeah.
Ring, ring.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, hello. Is this Greg?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Greg. My name is Vanda Martin, banker. Greg, not long ago, we talked about real estate. We talked about here. I have my notes here, and I just saw your name here on my computer. So I'm calling to check in and to do my follow-up and ask you also, I have a question for you. By any chance, are you still in the market to buy or sell? So you should have notes, and you should know he's a buyer or seller. By any chance, are you still in the market to blank?
Yeah, thanks for reaching out. My wife and I were, still in the process of doing that. And we were just trying to figure out if now is the right time for us. But I mean, what do you think? You reached out.
You know what? I love that you said, because that's a question that many, many clients are thinking right now. Should I do business now? Should I wait? There's so much uncertainty, many things happen in the market. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I called. So let me ask you this, Greg. If you could, what would you be interested? Are you interested in buying or selling right now? Where are you right now?
Actually both. Our family's growing, and we're kind of on to that next phase of our life, and things are getting a little tight in our current house. So definitely looking for a little bit more room.
I can appreciate that. So yeah, you want to change, and I'm glad the family is growing. Now I don't want you to be tight. Greg, what I hear you saying is, I love to make a change, but I don't know exactly what, when, or how.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's what I do. I help people to clarify their wants and get what they want. Why don't we do this? Because this is what I do, helping people. Why don't we set a time, you and I and your wife, we can do a Zoom, or I can come over to your house, and we're going to go over your options, what you want, what's important, where would you go? And then I can clarify some great stuff for you. If it makes sense, we do business together. If not, guess what? You're going to have a great conversation with the top real estate agent, and you're going to have more clarity, more information. Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds great.
Wonderful. So what's best for you, this Thursday, or should we meet on Saturday?
Is Saturday okay? Just because we both work, and sometimes it's tough with the kids' schedule. So we figured maybe Saturday if you got some time.
And then you go and get an appointment. So you see what I'm saying? I just engage him, and I say, oh, why I don't do that? And I set appointment, because appointment is the name of the game. That's how you convert and do your magic. So if you're not setting a lot of appointments, you got to look at your systems right now. Where is my leads that come from? Or I don't have any leads come from. Let's put the listing trees in place, or the buy trees in place. Let's make sure you work immediately on your database, and then improve your skills. Improve your skills, because that's what we got to do. And you got to do this, because otherwise you're going to suffer in this business, in this market especially. Makes sense, Greg?
It makes perfect sense. And Vanda, I love what you're breaking down is you're using real world experience in everyday life with communication and just being present and providing value. I think that as real estate professionals, everyone makes it harder than it really is. And we get inside our own heads as how conversations are going to go before they even happen. And ultimately, you could have the best tools, the best systems, the best processes, the best follow-up that's set up on the back end, but you got to do the work. You got to just bite down and say, whatever you're not wanting to do, just go do that first. Get it out of the way. I mean, I know you're massively knowledgeable about time blocking and prioritization and all that stuff. I mean, would there be any advice to anybody who's out there like, I love what you're saying, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what's going on. Like, what would you
question. Say? First of all, control the self-talk, keep breathing and work on your energy, because you need high energy to deal with people stressed out, upset, or maybe even crazy right now in this market. So energy is everything.
Yeah,
right?
Well said.
Second is one thing at a time. You got to have granularity of focus. So what's the most important lead source anyone has? The most important of all, your database. So go implement my database system right now and work on it, because that will generate conversations and appointment. And then you can have conversion, have money, moolah. You got to feed Mr. Mo. Momentum comes from appointment. Momentum comes from appointment comes from conversation. I got excited about this. So number one project is your lead source database. And then you can go diversify with the other lead source and systematize, right? Number two is systematize. And then the other one is activity. So one is a project, implement your database system, make sure it's happening every week, every month. There's a project. Activity, focus on the morning routine. Focus on the morning routine. Make sure you feed Mr. Mo, Mr. Moment every day. Every day, no matter what, sacred, non-negotiable. At 9 a.m., you do your lead generation, lead follow-up. That means you have conversations, set appointment. I have an appointment to set appointment. I like to call money time. If you feed Mr. Momento every day, if you have a pipeline every day, so this is activity, Monday through Friday, no matter what. Your appointments after 10:30, your conversations after 10:30, you share your schedule with your team, with your family, with your clients, and then at 9 to 10:30, you generate appointments, you go to your presentation, you never have money problem in any market. That's how I was able to make money in every market, buyer's market, seller market, neutral market. I sold homes during 9/11. I sold home after the meltdown. And if I can do it, my clients are doing it, is because we have a system. It's not winging it. This is not magic. It's magical. The sky's the limit, but it's not magic. Follow the system with a great mindset and do it. So stop dabbling, database first, and then you can go to the other ones, and then master morning routine, win the morning, win the day. Did I answer the question?
Vanda, you're amazing. You're absolutely incredible. And this was a true pleasure for me just to experience your passion, your heart, your knowledge, and everything in between. I know we're literally just scratching the surface of what you bring to the table. This is absolutely incredible. And I know that everybody who's tuning in now or after the fact on YouTube is just getting so much. And to that point, I want to encourage everyone, if you jumped in halfway through or you had an appointment go long and you didn't catch all this, please go to YouTube or Facebook and watch this again and again. Take notes. But I would encourage you to go a step further. If you really love Vanda and what she's doing and what she's saying, and it means something to you, you gotta look her up on YouTube. You gotta follow her on Instagram. Tons of great content are on there. I mean, if you like this, just wait, because there is a lot more.
Yeah, I'm right there at Vanda F. Martin Instagram. So now look, we're gonna do some questions and answers. I see some great questions here. So I want to make sure I answer your questions and help you to level up. My intention is to take you to another level from this conversation, from this presentation, this webinar, because I want to give energy strategies. So is that okay if I put here my 3 questions, 10-second survey?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
Because I want to make sure we do this. So guys and girls, superstars, I love what I do. I make millionaires. I help people to have a beautiful life, be rich and happy in real estate, not rich and miserable or miserable broke, right? I'm here to make you money, make you rich. So the way you answer these questions for me, it helps me to see how I'm doing, how can I help you more. So take just 10 seconds. Do it right now. Do it right now here on the survey for me. I appreciate it. And meanwhile, let's answer some questions, Greg. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going through here. They're asking for, Sarah's asking for the YouTube link. So that, I know that everyone's going to want to engage with you in a big way. So let's see here. What online source did you say? So I think they were talking about lead source.
Okay. Wonderful. So online leads, there's many. There's Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Lopo. I think she started asking maybe why Lopo, that many
Okay.
people don't know, right?
Okay.
And you can do Facebook ads. My own business as coaching, we do Facebook ads. And I have many clients doing right now, Zillow, Lopo. Just remember, it's all about skills, strategy, system. So
love that. And then thanks, Jake, for putting Lopo link in there. And that is right. Lopo is a family friend of LCA, and there's a special offer. So that's wonderful. Anyone who's tuning in there. Let's see if we missed any other questions through. I mean, you were rapid fire.
I know, right?
You were hitting it. You were answering questions before anybody even had a chance to think about a question. And I love that delivery and that passionate energy. Do you see anything else, Vanda?
Greg, as you look for a question, I want to answer a question that I'm getting a lot of people.
Love it.
What should I do right now with this market? So we did talk about, have a specific approach, the lead sources, the database, some of the skills you gotta really master right now. I said follow up. Now, I would say very quickly with you guys, people don't make decision based on fear, uncertainty, or they don't make a decision in a place of fear, uncertainty, and nervousness. So all of you guys really have to start mastering the skills of handling objections as well, and pricing, because if you're not removing the fear from your buyers, from your sellers, they're not going to move ahead. So you got to know exactly what the concern, the objection, what's stopping them. You got to go deep. I love this. We have a mastery role play, my VIP program that I coach and teach. We go deep on asking all the concern and handling objections. Because again, besides follow-up, there's two other skills you got to really work on right now is pricing properties, pricing them well so they sell, and handling objection, also known as handling fears, questions, and uncertainty. So I would say triple down on your confidence, triple down on your certainty, and that comes with role-playing, handling objections. So
love that. And I think all the questions are answered. And we did thank you so much for posting in your YouTube channel. So that link is in there for everybody to check out. And again, please follow Vanda on Instagram, check out Facebook, really anywhere online. And I would encourage everybody to fill out that survey, just to kind of get more information. And I guess, Vanda, to close everything out, because we're right there at that time, any last remarks or encouragements or just ways for people to get a hold of you if they're looking for the right coach to take them to the next level? What would you say to the audience tuning in with us now or after?
Well, in terms of how to reach me, you can text me or call me. I'll give you my phone, 650-924-8333. 650-924-8333. And I would like to share this with all of you guys. Listen, you can do it. You can do it with 2 little kids, 3 little kids, or no kids. You can do it anyways if you have the mindset on the proper place and the right skills and strategy. I had more fun, more time off, more quality time with my family, selling 20 homes a month plus than when I was selling 3 homes a month without skills and strategies and structure. Structure will set you free, my darling. So believe, I'm going to finish with this, Greg. Believe that you can learn. Believe that you can do it. If you systematize yourself and improve your skills and put a structure in place, you're going to be rich. So this is your market. Don't let the market dictate your future and destiny. You decide this is your market. Let's make money, baby. Right?
Vanda, I love it. I love you. You're the best. I can't thank you enough. You are an absolute pro. And from the bottom of my heart, that was one of the most fun webinars through LCA that I've had.
Thank you.
And I don't say that lightly. I love so many of you, but gosh, Vanda, your energy and your passion that just rings through. So I can't encourage everybody enough. Please take notes, watch this again, reach out. Anything that you can do to connect with Vanda, please do it. And Vanda, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Gosh, this is what I love. This is why I'm a coach. I love giving, and I'm actually a crusader. I'm more than on a mission. I'm a crusader to help. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy, and believe in yourself. And thank you for being part of my day and allowing me to share my love, my passion with you and my energy.
This is great.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much, LCA. We'll catch you on the next live webinar. You take care and get after it this week. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Thank you.